So, sir, pwede bang gawin ito? Kasi may mga nagsasuggest din na you also wrote na taxpayers will pay for this via subsidy, no? Pero
Yeah.
pwede po ba gawin nila yung pag tanggalin nila yung system loss, tanggalin na lang nila yung component ng yung non-technical. Total, ang importante dito kasi hindi po kasalanan ng consumer yung technical losses, yung non-technical, pwede pa ata saluhin ng consumer yan.
Yes, but I think it will be very minimal. Something like, as I said, it's only 1% of the 88 centavos. It's practically less than 1 centavos will be reduced from the technical, from the electricity bill. So you can imagine, out of 14.82 pesos per kilowatt hour total electricity bill for July 2026, only 1 centavos will be deducted from it. So it's not much a big deal.
Nabanggit nyo rin po sa isang article nyo na isama na lang yung system loss sa generation charge para isahan na lang.
Yes, it's possible. That's one way because people are looking at two items, the generation charge and the system loss charge. One possible solution is to integrate into the generation charge or integrate into the system to the distribution charge. That way, the people will not complain much about it because it's really part of the consumption.
Alright, so moving forward, anong po yung best scenario? Kasi medyo yung big companies, hindi man po ata sabi nyo masyadong maapektuhan, pero the smaller cooperatives, the smaller distributors, may be affected more in terms na hindi sila makaka-upgrade, baka hindi sila maka-maintain ng mga linya or to modernize. No? So, ano po yung best scenario dito?
Yeah, I think for me, the best scenario that might be medium term to long term is that a lot of these electric cooperatives, well, because the maximum system loss is up to 12%, whereas for the private distribution utilities like Meralco, VECO, DLPC, etc., is only 3.5%. So it's still the electric cooperatives that are more inefficient and therefore they're able to pass a higher system loss charge to the consumers, resulting to more expensive electricity in the provinces. And I think the way forward for this is for many of these electric cooperatives to be taken over or to be absorbed or to be jointly managed by private distribution utilities. The key is really is not so much a system loss per se, but how to bring it down, say from the 10% or to 6.5% maximum, 11% for many electric cooperatives, bring it down to 6% or even 5%. That way, that will could translate to lower prices for the consumers.
So ano po mangyayari sa electricity market po kung let's say hypothetically natuloy po to pagtanggal ng system loss, nag-suffer po yung mga smaller cooperatives, smaller distribution channels. Ano po mangyayari sa market dito in terms sa mga provincial areas? Will we see an unstable supply of electricity? Will we see distributors closing shop?
We will have nationwide blackout.
Oh.
Yeah, nationwide blackout because you need the both private distribution utilities and electric they need continued capitalization in order to improve the facilities. Like for instance, pag padating na yung bagyo, kailangan matibay yung poste mo. Now, if you don't have the means to do that because you absorb the payment of the system loss, wala ka nang may pa-improve doon sa poste mo. Pag dahil ng malaking bagyo, tumba, so wala na, blackout na mangyayari.
Alright.
That's why
Ito
it's
po,
very dangerous to remove the system loss.
medyo alarming po yung sinabi mo, no? It could cause a nationwide blackout, no? Pero let's talk a little about something else a little bit, no, sir? Yung refund po na order ng ERC, yung 9.5 billion refund versus yung 8.7 billion recovery na allowed by the ERC.
Yeah, I think that Meralco already recognized that they need to comply with the ERC, so I think they're going to do that. Maybe they may have, there should be some miscalculation in the previous rate passed on to the consumers. But for now, there is no debate because the Meralco said that they will comply with the ERC.
Alright, sir, in closing, kasi ang dami pong agam, no? Quickly lang po. So ano po ang ma-expect natin in the next few months leading up to the discussion to the, suppose ni Pangulo na tanggalin na yung system loss, no? In the meantime po, ano yung mapapayo nyo sa mga kababayan natin? Kasi ang dami kumakalat online at makahaka-haka, di ba, at least kumalma sila ng konti.
Yeah, I think we really have to bite the bullet kasi di ba tinanggap naman natin nagmahal yung diesel, nagmahal yung gasolina, nagmahal yung LPG. So tinanggap naman ng publiko yun eh. Bakit nila matanggap na tumaas ang kuryente? I think that pagtanggalin lang natin yung mga sloganery and emotionalism, I think people will realize that. Kasi wala naman talaga the problem is really external. Nagbubumbahan sa Middle East, they are the source of oil, gas, and all the partly the price of coal is also affected because many power plants in the West are shifting back to coal. So energy prices are really rising. So I think the people will really have to adjust and bite the bullet. Kasi nga ang problema talaga dito is blackout.
Yeah.
Kasabihan nga, the most expensive electricity is no electricity, blackout.
Alright, well, kumbaga, in the long term, sinasabi niyo, wag na magtanggal ng system loss. Ganun po ba, sir?
Yes. We have to accept that.
Okay.
Para kasi pag bumili ka ng chicken na 1 kilo, sabihin mo, ay 8 pesos lang, pag pinarito mo, naging 800 grams na lang. Sabihin mo
Yes,
sa
right.
tindera, ay hindi ko babayaran ng 1 kilo ito. 800 grams lang kasi yun naman. Hindi pwede yun. Pag binili mo na 1 kilo, pag kinain mo, 8.8 kilo na lang. So, the 0.8 is the system loss. Yan yung nag-evaporate ng moisture ng chicken.
All right. Well, thank you very much for explaining that clearly, and thank you for talking to One News Now, energy policy analyst and economist Nonoy Oplas.
Thank you, Jigo.